Financial Literacy Class 101. Today focus is 10 worst businesses to start in 2024. So there are some of the businesses that if you happen to start them, they have maybe outfaced by technology, or maybe it will be difficult to build a clientele, or maybe to leverage them, or maybe to level up for them to be financially sustainable. They have some nitty-gritty difficulties. So let me go to them. If you like this content, kindly leave a like for YouTube algorithm to recommend it to other people, and ensure you subscribe to my channel so that anytime I upload a whole video, the whole YouTube will be updating you. Every day I upload 2 to 3 videos giving financial advice, hoping that the community one day will be financially educated, then they will attain a good level of financial literacy for them to get their financial freedom upon them being financially successful. So business number 1 is cyber cafe business. Cyber cafe business has been outfaced. Do not be cheated by anybody. At the moment in Kenya, our internet speeds are par. We have good internet speeds, and nobody will come to your cyber cafe where you're charging them 60 bob bundles per hour, when financial literacy can tell them if they pick a whole package of maybe you pick a package of minutes of 1,000, they will last you almost over 1 or 2 weeks depending on your usage. So internet speeds in Kenya have been really upgraded, and that is the challenge of starting a cyber cafe business. I'm not saying cyber security. Cyber security is a skill, and skill is important. At these days, employees are looking at skill based. They are not looking that you come with papers from a certain college. Papers are important, they are good credentials, but these days the world does not worship papers. Before anything, skill is more important. So another thing is movie shop. Movie shop at 2024. Don't even think about it. We know these days that we have things like Netflix, Amazon, Prime, where you just subscribe. Once you subscribe, you will be getting these things, and those people who are a little bit maybe from the locals, they are using flash disk. So getting a movie shop to work, it is difficult at this moment, and that idea should totally get out of your head. So another thing is photo shoot business. Photo shoot business, as the eras are going, at the moment we have very magnificent phones. As I'm recording with my phone. I'm not recording the camera. So you meet a camera can cost over, a good camera will cost over 8,000. But whereas if you have a phone that is over 30,000, the camera, the pixels are the same, and the phone now you can utilize it in communicating, accessing it social media, and doing personal business, and even creating other content. So at the moment, starting a photo shoot business, it's challenging. But I can suggest a skill which can be replaced for photo shoot. Ensure you learn something we call video editing. Video editing is very important, because all AI training. What do I mean? Instead of opening a photo shoot business, take that time, know how to edit a video. Sometimes you can edit videos from stock images and put a background AI message. As you visit my YouTube channel, you'll find some videos where I use an AI and images to represent my information. But regardless of it using AI, the information is accurate. And if you find value of my content, ensure you like, subscribe for every day to be getting daily updates. So something that is also challenging at this moment is car wash business. Why do I say car wash business? Car wash business, you meet sometimes you have shortages of water. And if you have shortages of water, you have to buy equipment to be able to reach to that pumping size. And some of these machines are quite expensive. Another thing for a car wash, know that these days the market is flooded, and you have to obtain a a geographical center that is near where we have so many mobile cars. So getting rent of that place car wash, and now having the service of the car wash becomes quite challenging. But if you have a car wash and integrate with other service, maybe you have a garage, your garage is a whole garage, it is doing spare, then you have just a side by, you have a car wash, it can be necessary. That's why these days car wash are normally found in petrol stations. Because 13 years, petrol station, the owner of the station has a location that he had dedicated for car wash. Otherwise, starting that business might be quite difficult, depending on the price of the equipment. And in case we have shortage of water, we have to buy water, or we have to get pumps that will get water and make it have a certain pressure so that they will be able to wash the car. Another very boring thing is government tendering to government tenders. So the process of tendering, at the moment before the government you are giving a tender, it takes through a procurement, it has to be gazetted, and before you acquire, it becomes difficult. And once you acquire a government tender, to be paid is also challenging. Those people expect you have to give them a token before they select you as a preferred or qualified candidate. That is upon reaching all the credentials. So for you to bribe these guys, you have to first to reach all the conditions. So that is something that you really need to avoid tendering. Instead of tendering, put that money in market fund, let it give you an interest of 12 to 16% per annum, and in 5 years you'll be able to have adequate time to start a business, since our motive is you start a business so that you may gain your financial freedom. Financial freedom, we said, it is earning more than you spend, earning an amount that you clearly know you don't spend that amount. That is what is called financial freedom, meaning that you can sustain your life forever and ever. So another challenging thing is Matatu. That is why you are seeing the banks these days for asset financing. To asset finance and get mkopo to buy a bus or a Nissan is very easy, because sometimes the government is not sometimes the bank is not Deputy Jesus, and they are not there to joke with you. Should you fail or your illiteracy level takes you and you take a loan to buy a bus, it will be quite challenging. I have a video where I have explained how the processes to acquire asset financing. I have also described how to the whole requirement of taking a 7 million to buy a bus. So if you are chama, kindly share this to your chama, or share this video to somebody who has this ambition. In my YouTube channel, you find all these videos there. So again, we have betting firms. These days, betting firm, the taxation, especially in Kenya, has gone so high. The betting companies are charged, their transaction charges have inflated, and also the betting tax requirements. So once you win a bet of 500 shillings, almost 90 something goes as tax, and it is cut before you get your money. So for betting firms, especially at this moment, to start a betting firm becomes quite challenging. Another thing is offline taxi business. Remember, these days we are using Uber and Bolt. Uber normally use location analytics, where they can be able to know that proximity to the client, and once navigating through the roads, they are able to guide you. So without that technology, the offline taxi business, I see them in stage with a keep saying taxi. It's time you accept we are in 2024, and most likely people are not going to pick. A taxi is picked for convenience. Either somebody amechelewa mahali nje, or they had a night out, or they want to go at weird hour of the night, or maybe they want to access airport at a faster distance and they don't have their personal car, or maybe they are drunk and they cannot drive. Those are some of the reasons they pick. So for somebody to come to your offline taxi business. And another thing, these platforms, the Uber and Bolt, they provide security. Once you the Uber guy is transporting you, you just need to share your location to maybe your wife who is at home, and they'll be able to monitor real time how you are coming. And should any fraud be come along in between, you always have evidence, because Uber cars are have been fixed with cameras, and also they can be able to geographically locate all where you came from. Another challenge in business is the charcoal business. Charcoal business, remember, like mama machapo siku hizi washajajaruka, hanunuangi makaa, instead wanatumia gas, because they have counted the cost of charcoal, and they see charcoal becomes expensive. Why charcoal becomes expensive? Because one thing, there is an order not to cut extinct trees. So there are some trees that you're not supposed to cut, and anytime for you to cut a tree you must plant two. That is just normal knowledge. But for you to cut a tree, you need at least an approval from the mzee wa nyumba kumi or the chief. So that becomes challenging. That is why you find charcoal expensive. The person who is using charcoal to cook, just do your math and know that a gas is cheaper. Another thing is political blogging. Those guys who are political blogging know in Kenya this task is becoming difficult. In case you use this famous hashtag we call #Zakayo must go, no, you are open to being sued, because you are for incitement in a court of law. Otherwise, if you become a good blogger and you have good follow-up, people can always drop your account. If 10 people report your account, it will go down. Another thing is you can be captured by the DCI, and sometimes maybe you are trying to move to you believe in a certain member of parliament, and maybe you are pushing the agenda. So sometimes you might be classified as an online protester who is against the government, because ours is to do a legit business. We do a business where we add value, we get genuine money, na tusonge to other things. We want good cars, we want good houses, as long as our income will be able to sustain them. This is Financial Literacy Class 101. Ensure you share, like, and leave your comment. I'll be happy to see open criticism in the comment section. Thank you.